Hello, Alex. Can you start by introducing yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Alex Cornelissen, and I'm the CEO of Seashepherd Global.
I know that you've been to Taiji, so how is it there? And do you feel pressure from the police or government, or how is it?
Yeah, so I went to Taiji, Japan a long time ago, 21 years ago.
Yeah.
At the very beginning of our campaign there. So the situation now, of course, is very different than it was back then. So Sea Shepherd didn't have a very high profile, and people didn't really know us as much as they do now because of the anti-whaling campaigns. But when we were there, you could already feel that the police was very active to make sure that we didn't interfere with the dolphin hunt, or dolphin killing, dolphin drives. So they would constantly watch us, and it was a bit of a cat and mouse game. You know, they watched us. We didn't want to be watched, so we tried to lose them and shake them, because they constantly follow us with cars.
Yeah.
So it was a very intense campaign, very short campaign. We went into the waters in Taiji after they herded a pot of dolphins into the bay, because we knew that they were going to slaughter them the next day.
Yeah.
And so we went into the waters to free them, to open the nets, and 15 dolphins were able to escape. But when we came out of the water, we were arrested and spent about a month in jail.
You were in jail?
Yeah, I was in jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was one of the two people that rescued the dolphins, and we spent in Japan. They can keep you up to 23 days.
Okay.
Until they have to press charges, and after the 23 days, we had to pay a fine, and we were kicked out of the country.
Okay.
I have not been there since, so I'm not sure what the situation is now. But
yeah,
I don't think as a head of Sea Shepherd, I probably shouldn't be going every time.
Yeah,
it's probably not smart.
So how did the Med mission start, and what are you doing there?
Yeah, so the campaigns in the Mediterranean, we started about 9-10 years ago.
Yeah,
with Operation Siracusa. It's a campaign to protect the Pianerio Marine Reserve. It's a marine protected area. We're a very small area, but very highly protected. And of course, there's poaching going on. So we have a land-based team that watches for illegal activity and report it to the authorities. It was one of the first partnerships we had with authorities in the Mediterranean Sea. And since then, we've been doing multiple campaigns with or without ships. At the moment, we have about 8 campaigns in Italy every year. Drift nets, illegal fishing gear, ghost nets, illegal fishing, octopus traps, turtle protection on the beaches. So it's really growing every year. And I think the highlight right now, besides the campaigns that have been going on for a long time, is octopus. We started doing the recovery of illegal octopus traps in the Tuscan Reserve 2 years ago. We took out 7,600 traps. Last year, we took out about 4,500. And this year, we've also been able to extract some traps from Italy. And at the moment, we're actually in Greece. We haven't released the news yet, so we can't really say too much, but it's been a very successful campaign. And thousands of traps, again, recovered illegal traps. And every trap we take out is an octopus shell.
That's a really good news for the ocean. So you've been since a long time with Sea Shepherd. Did you see a real improvement with the years of field work and awareness raising?
I think absolutely we've seen an improvement. It's not always that you see an improvement. Sometimes you lose species. Sometimes species go extinct. But we managed to prevent some species from going extinct, like the vaquita. It's a campaign that's been going on for 9 years now. And in the beginning, there was a lot of illegal fishing in the Sea of Cortez in Mexico. And now all illegal fishing has stopped, thanks to the continued efforts of Sea Shepherd. And you can see the vaquita are slowly, let's say, maintaining their numbers. They're very, very low population.
Yeah.
Last estimate,
about
like
10,
15
right?
individuals, which is ridiculously low. It's amazing they're still there. But we have to keep doing it to make sure that they don't go extinct. And so far, we're succeeding. So that's really positive. So it shows that even a species that's on the verge of extinction can still be saved if you put your effort to it. From the Mediterranean Sea, we have the Mediterranean monk seal, which is also a marine mammal. They were critically endangered a few years ago. Then they went up the IUCN red scale to endangered. And just this year, they went another step up to vulnerable. So that means that their numbers are going up. Very positive news. And that's also why we're doing the octopus campaign, because octopus is one of the primary food sources of the monk seal. So everything's connected.
Yeah, what can we do to protect the ocean? It's like a basic question.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have awareness what's going on in the ocean. And People always think like, oh, there's still plenty of fish in the ocean. That's just not true. I mean, fish populations are dropping drastically, becoming critical. So we really have to consider what are we doing to the ocean. We go diving, we go swimming, we go to certain areas with boats. It always has an impact on the environment. Also, consumption of fish. We have too many people on the planet to maintain the consumption of sea life. You really got to think about that. I would say stop eating fish altogether. Some people have difficulty with that. Well, at least try to cut it down.
Yes.
But think about it. If you continue on this path, it will lead to the complete emptiness of the ocean. And that's not what we want. That's in nobody's interest.
If you have a message to say to the population, what will it be for the future of our oceans, of the marine life?
It's a message of hope. The ecosystem in the ocean is very resilient, but we need to give it time to recover. So now we're at a critical point that we need to leave the ocean alone. Think of whatever you can to minimize the impact that you have on the ocean. And of course, eating less fish or no fish at all is the best step. But also support organizations like Seashepherd in our work, and make a donation or join our shops and help us in our work.
Thank you very much for the time you take for this small interview. It's very nice, and I'm happy that you have some words, and I hope it's gonna help people.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.